is medical issues. Well, for me to insinuate that those steroids for medical use are for his beefiness, yeah, that's fucking rude as shit. The guy told me that it was a medical issue that he was on those roids for. I shouldn't call them roids. He might even give me the name of it if I asked him. For him, he's angry at the insinuation that he was doing illegal steroids. And absolutely, me omitting that piece of information is malicious. It is. There is a whole entire intent and purpose in doing such a thing, and it ain't okay. Not even close. You know, the things that I was complaining to him about that some of his family were doing to me, it wasn't just people in his family, and most of it wasn't over James. The stuff with his family, yeah. But most of this was over Natalie Bollinger. I want Alicia Bollinger to feel safe. I want all of these people who were sold this lie that I was a goddamn boogeyman. I want them to be safe. Nothing hurts me more than for people to pretend to be afraid of me. For people to actually be afraid of me is worse. The thought that people have problems going to bed at night, worried about what I might do to them. You know why that hurts me so much? Because I can't go to bed at night worried about what people might be doing. So, yeah, that whole steroid thing, that's malicious as fuck, isn't it? It was the wrong thing to do, isn't it? Absolutely, it was the wrong thing to do. 100% it was the wrong thing to do. But it was effective. I spoke with James. I spoke with him right after that. He and I were both having a heated conversation, and neither one of us were getting anywhere. And most of that issue was from miscommunication through texting. When we called, we finally were able to communicate a lot better. But by the time we got to the call, that's where the issue really was an issue. By that point, we were already heated and typing. And both of us had our fucking brains stuffed with cotton and self-righteousness. James understands that if I'm locked up, I can't hurt anybody. He's agreed to be my guardian. And he's agreed to sign me over to a facility. He has several other people there who are willing to sign to have me put in a facility. Lana wouldn't sign to put me in a facility. My little sister wouldn't sign to put me in a facility. People keep telling me these things are things I don't want. I don't want a guardian. That's what they tell me. You don't want a guardian, you'll get a state guardian, and they'll do this and they'll do that. So, if I can make it to Rapid City, if I can make it there, we could sign over the papers and we can get it done. I wasn't there. I wasn't there to see Jamie getting beaten, or to be pushed, or to be thrown down the stairs, or shoved into a bookshelf, or beaten up, or anything else. I wasn't there for it. I wanted to believe Jamie when she told me things. Most of those things did turn out to be untrue. And James understands that under the circumstances at the time, he understands why I did the desperate things that I did. He doesn't know if they're true or not. See, that's something with me having the evidence and him not seeing it. He doesn't know if these things are true or not. If he wants, though, when I get there, he can look at the evidence. He can listen to the stuff on my computer. Thank you, James. Thank you. I did help Jamie move, and he admitted that. See, that's the thing, is that he admitted the things that I needed him to. But nobody wanted to listen and nobody wanted to see it. I believe James wants to do right by me. I know that if I'm in a facility and something happens to Leslie Snell, they're going to know it wasn't me, and they might not go after my sister. They might not go after my niece. When I'm in the facility, I'm not going to have anyone on my contact list. I'm not going to have anyone on my phone list. The friends that I have will be there and there only, and I'm going to pretend that the rest of you don't exist because I can't handle it when you die. I can't handle it. It's bad enough that I lost Natalie. It's bad enough I lost Christine, but then I got to hear about it. It's my fault. How people accuse me of killing them, I just wanted it to stop. These people, my predators, they've been saying I should be locked up. They're saying I should be locked up. I'm a danger to the public. That's absolutely right. I've been saying that since the start. It's unsafe for me to drive. I might accidentally run somebody over because I can't pay attention. I get to worrying about my sister, or I miss my brother, and it all fucking. Um, I don't expect James to go through all this stuff. I don't expect him to help me fight my cases. I don't expect any of that. Just put me somewhere where people won't be afraid of me. As long as I'm out and about, people are afraid of me, and people who are afraid do mean things. James didn't deserve the situation that he ended up in. Now, unlike me, he at least has somebody who's honest and willing to fess up. And I do fess up. I always fess up. Before Natalie died, I told her if she wanted to press charges against me for sexual assault or any of that shit, because that's what people were threatening me with. Claiming that I was some sort of fucking sick pervert. And I let her know if they wanted to charge me with that, if they wanted to take me to court for that, I would fucking plead guilty. But I can't prove it because I didn't have the ability to take screenshots. These people did. They took their screenshots, the parts they wanted, then they destroyed the evidence, complained about it, called it a false profile. And they're right, it was. I made 2 fake profiles. I made one of them called Guitarius Case. That was about a dream with Natalie, or a dream that Natalie had that I turned into a guitar case. And that's in our messages between her and I on Messenger. So I'm gonna sign my rights over to James Payton. And they're gonna try to get me put in a home. Thank goodness, right? It's about time, right? Those of you who hate me, you hate that I'm still free, you hate that I'm still out and about, you hate that I'm still speaking up. I mean, sure, roundabout, what I said was, it was the truth, but it was twisted, wasn't it? That depends on which part of the scenario and why. Yeah, his medical conditions, I'm not a doctor. It's not my place to go through his medical files. And it's not okay for me to punish him for his disabilities or chemical imbalances or whatever the case may be. It's not okay for me to treat him the way that his cousin treated me. I don't hate his cousin. I understand why Seth did what he did. I also know where Seth lives, And no, I'm not interested in going to Tennessee to see him. I don't have any malicious intent towards any of these people. I really don't. Having to make a video like that after a conversation with him, it's just... It's insanity. It's completely fucking ludicrous. I was hoping it would work, and it did. No, I wasn't there to see James beating on Jamie. And I never claimed to see James beating on Jamie. What happened at that situation is entirely the story of Jamie. I wanted to believe her. I wanted to believe her because I felt sorry for her because she had just lost her mother. That's when me and Jamie actually became, real friends. Friends who hung out. Friends who did things. Friends who were more than just friends in passing. Jamie and the boy, that's closest I ever had to having a real family. I will not be posting the boys' stuff up tomorrow. Since James will be my guardian, I guess he'll probably be the one who takes all this stuff. I don't think they'll allow me to have most of it in an assisted living center. I literally cannot take care of myself, and James Payton is the first person to actively acknowledge that. By actively, I mean he's willing to take steps to put me somewhere where I won't be victimized, hopefully, but also where it will increase the safety for everyone. And although for most of these people it's not going to increase their safety because I never had any intent to harm them to begin with, it will increase their peace of mind. I'm not going to ask him to be a guardian as in the guardian that I've needed this whole time because this is a solution that can keep my sister and my niece safe. It won't put Ted Bollinger away, though. It won't put Troy Bollinger away. I wanted to make Rose M. Kelly and Alicia Bollinger my guardians and give them all of this evidence so they could see. Do you think Alicia will be happy if she knows I'm locked up forever? Will she be able to have a good life? I will never, ever not hurt over her sister. I will never not hurt over her. I will never not hurt over my older brother. But at least in a facility, I won't hear about it when they die. And it won't hurt. Because I won't know about it. Oh my god, I'm fucking so snotted up. It was mean of me to do that, wasn't it? to do to him what so many people have done to me. Of course, we were both heated after texting each other and wanting the upper hand in the word game. Thank you, James. If they put me in a facility, people are less likely to hurt my loved ones. They're less likely to hurt Jamie and the boy. They're less likely to hurt my sister and her daughter. They're less likely to hurt my brother. This is a better solution. I mean, it's not. It's really not. But it's important for peace of mind. If people don't feel like they have to be afraid of me, maybe they'll leave my loved ones alone. Yeah, that was mean of me to put those two things together, to get you guys to insinuate things. That was a mean thing to do, wasn't it? It's just not mean when you do it to me. I don't have any proof that he's lying to me. I don't have any reason to believe that he's lying to me about that. I can believe that while he's heated, he's unreasonable. And when I'm heated, I'm not going to make any attempt to be reasonable. I'm going to be an asshole. But he and I worked it out, so I don't have to be an asshole to anyone ever again. I don't have to be an asshole anymore. Thank you, James.